If your hip is way bigger than the chest circumference, so you need more room for the hip, then you can have the center back seam like this we had before. On top of that, you can overlap the back body and side body and front body and side body at the hip, so you can increase the hip circumference. If your hip circumference is smaller than the bust circumference. Hi, I'm Jin. Welcome to Pattern Studio 101. This is a continuation of the double-breasted blazer pattern making series. We started this blazer from scratch, and we already drafted the back, front, lapel, and collar. If you haven't watched those lessons yet, I strongly recommend going back first so you have a better understanding of what we are going to do today. This is a 6-piece blazer, which means there is no actual side seam. Instead, you have a front princess seam and a back princess seam and a side body panel. This construction is very common in blazer making. But if you want more fitted blazer, 8-piece pattern block would work better. The more seams you have, the easier it is to control stronger shaping and more defined curves. But this blazer is not extremely fitted, so a 6-piece body works perfectly well. Alright, let's take a look at the pattern we drafted. Here we go. This is the back pattern, and this is the front pattern. And we made a collar. Let's draft the side body. You see this point? The princess seam for the front at armhole. Draw a straight line to the hip. Depending on the difference between hip circumference and the bust circumference, you might want to have bigger hip by overlapping this hip area. The example of our bust circumference is 88 cm, but we added ease, so the chest circumference for the pattern is 100 cm. I believe we have enough ease for the hip, so I'm gonna draw the line like this. And 1 cm at the hem, so you can complete the front princess seam. For the back princess seam, we're going to start with this point. Draw a curve like this. Start with the point where the back body is at the armhole, and you make a curve like this, but as close to the waist, it should merge like this, not like this way. Because this line should continue to the hip, the waist will be the smallest part. You don't have to worry about this gap. We have enough ease at the chest, so you don't have to make the curve severe like this. However, you can do this if you want to make a little more fitted. So take out more waist and have fullness at the chest. The curve can be like this. But the jacket silhouette I'm drafting is close to like this, not very shaping. And connect to the hip, and you make this curve like this kind of curve to the waist to have smooth line at the waist, and opposite shape of the curve to make the hip shape, and 1 cm at the hem, so you can complete the back princess seam. So this is the side body shape we made. So the self body patterns are done. Before we make a drill hole for the pocket on the side body, I want to talk about all these design seams for a second. You know, all these seams are your design seams. So there's no fixed rule you have to draw the certain way. Depending on the silhouette you are aiming for, or the bust measurement you have, these seams can be adjusted and move around. If your buttocks are not fully rounded, if you have a little bit of a flat bun, you can make the center back line like this. From the waist, you can go straight down. Don't have to go out to make a round shape. If your hip is way bigger than the chest circumference, so you need more room for the hip, then you can have the center back seam like this we had before. On top of that, you can overlap the back body and side body and front body and side body at the hip, so you can increase the hip circumference. If your hip circumference is smaller than the bust circumference, your princess seams might look like this. So the center back is straight down from the waist, and you see you have gaping at the hip between the back body and side body and front body and side body. So the hip circumference is going to be smaller than the chest circumference. Same for the waist. If you want to make a pretty tight fitted jacket, I would recommend to have 8-piece blazer. But even with this 6-piece blazer, you can adjust those seams to have a smaller waist. And you can make the front dart wider. With the fitting process, you can find the silhouette you want more clearly. Okay, let's make a drill hole for the front pocket. So this is a drill hole for the pocket on the front body. The pocket length I want to have is 15 centimeter. So this segment length is 15 centimeter. But you know the drill holes need to be 0.5 centimeter in on both sides. So the length between the drill holes should be 14 centimeter, not 15 centimeter. So okay, this is 14 centimeter. And you measure this space between the front body and side body. So from here to the side body, I got 2.2 centimeter. So I extended the segment by 2.2 centimeter. So once you stitch up this princess seam, this segment will be 14 centimeter. You can make the drill hole on the side body. If you like this pocket placement, you can go ahead. But if you want to reposition this pocket placement, you can move 2 drill holes up and down. So find the placement you like. If you have questions as you go through this process, you can leave them comment. Have a beautiful week. See you next time. Hey, did you know I have a masterclass all about pant balance? I'll walk you through how to draft a solid pants base frame and how to fix balance issues, especially if you're working with existing patterns. So many fit problems can be solved just by understanding pant balance. If you're tired of guessing and want real clarity, head over to patternstudio101.com and check it out. You do not want to miss this.